Cousin reached out to me asking me if I can build him a PC with a budget of anywhere between $350 to $450, a computer that's going to be able to run Microsoft Office 365 and just do, you know, stuff for everyday use and whatnot. So it was a bit of a challenge because obviously with memory prices and hard drive prices and just prices in general, everything's gone up. I've managed to do it. Wait until you see the build. Alrighty, so we're starting the build now. We've got the motherboard and everything already all set up on Windows. I like to do the other configurations first, so make sure everything's running properly. Clip this out. Take this out. Now you got to take all these. You got to make sure all these come off. You got to take off all these little white things there. Otherwise, it can cause a short if it hits the board and whatnot. So, because they're little metal pieces, so better be safe than sorry. Just take them off. Since this build, the motherboard doesn't actually have the connections for the RGBs. I had to get one of these little RGB controllers. So we'll get them all connected to this to make sure they all light up nice and neat. This is a special build. It was a request from my cousin. His wife wanted a nice white computer for work and whatnot. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so all fans are connected. It is now time for the motherboard. The motherboard's going to go on now. It's got 16 gigs of RAM with a i5 4590K. I mean, it's a decent computer for somebody that wants to use it for office use and just play the occasional light gaming and whatnot. So we've clipped that plate in down the bottom there. That's for the motherboard shield. All right, so motherboard is in. Now we just put the screws on. Oh, it's so hard to work when the kids are here, man, honestly. That's why I like doing it late at night, but I've got 3 builds I've got to do, so I'm trying to do it now so I don't have to worry about it later. 3 builds is going to take a bit of time. This one doesn't want to go in for some reason. And the hole's definitely there. It's all set up properly, and it's the small screws. All right, now we put the screws on, so each point should have a screw. There's one. I don't like to make them too tight. Just to get a little bit of tension, I stop. And the screws that you're using is what comes with the case. I'll show you what they are. They're the small little ones without the ring around them. A lot of people put the wrong ones, the ones that he puts power supply on, and ends up making the thread go waste. And just like that, all the screws are now onto the messy part, the power supply. Power supply is a Thermaltake 650 watt. It's a very nice power supply. Now to put the power supply in, you just slide it down the bottom. Make sure that the fan part is facing down for airflow. So we'll just slide it in. And once you get it in all the way, there's 4 screws that you put on, and the screws that you use, like these are the screws that you use. So we got one in, and you just put it here, just put it on. Oops. It's really hard to, when you're holding one screw in your other hand as well. And the last one. Now it's time to connect it all up. Now the first 3 cables you want to slide in first is the big one here. That one goes into the side of the motherboard, so you'll get in from there. And then you've got the CPU one that will go from up there. And then you've got the PCI Express one that will go into the video card. So let's find the way to slide these in. What's the easiest way to slide this one in? Let me have a look which way the design board is. Okay. So we'll have to go from the top. So straight up here. Alright, it's the first one. And then I think it's this one up here. Yeah, up here. I got these tubes to make it as clean as I can on the inside. I want it all to look nice and white for him. Like I said, it's a special build. So I'm going to make sure when she looks at it, she's going to be like, wow, what an absolute fantastic looking computer. It actually doesn't look that bad. It wraps around it nicely and material actually. Looks fantastic. Video card, so we take out the first one here, there was a screw here. Second one, you just bend it forward like that and it comes off. Alrighty, and we're going to be installing a 750 OC. One sec. Just like that, so that's in. And this is actually very nice, I've never seen this before. So you just basically tighten this plate, screw. Then you get the screw that I took off. You put it right there. And that just secures it in. Perfect. Now we get the PCI Express, which is this nice one here. That one there, we want to go in to minimize the look from the bottom. We want to go in from down here. So, come up here. This is only a 6-pinner, so what we'll do, smooth that out of the way. It's up here. We'll put that in here. Click it in. Now, I'll be right back with the cable management. Wow, guys, I really like this cable management now. This white tube that I purchased really makes a world of difference. It's the first time I've actually used it. It's so easy to apply and it just looks so much better than having all the black wires roaming around. Screwing in the SATA drive, SSD SATA. You got to get one of these, guys, honestly. People keep using those fat hard drives. Oh my God. Mate, there's honestly, I reckon about a 40% decrease in Windows. And you can imagine if Windows is slowing down because of it, can you imagine how games run on it? Do not use them. Do not use those fat drives. Put them in your computer if you just want extra space to put, downloads and stuff like that. But when you're running your operating system or you're playing games, make sure you're running it on these drives here. Connect the SATA cable to the drive right there. That goes slide in, should click in, and connect the SATA power to that part there. Now we feed this wire through to the motherboard. Can we get it through here? Yeah, we can. Wait, no, I don't think we can. I think that comes out of the fan. No, it doesn't. Perfect. Absolute perfect. Look where that came out. Right there. That is simple. Plug and play. Let's see which way it is. That way. So what we'll do is we'll turn it and we'll just slide it in. That's it. And then we'll just drop that behind there. Absolutely perfect. Okay, that looks unbelievable. Seriously. Look at that. That is magic. The RGBs won't turn on because with the case, the front connector is like that little 6-pin thing down the bottom there. Can't get it focused. And the board doesn't have any slots, so I need to order that little extension that connects to that little square thing and the pins will go into where they belong. But let's have a look at it. I've already tweaked it. It is absolutely flying. Windows has been tweaked. A lot of memory usage, everything is absolutely fantastic. That is, wow. So, job well done. Riyadh, you're actually going to love this, mate. Your missus is going to love it too. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode today. The PC came out unbelievable. He was so bloody satisfied when he saw it. He actually wants to surprise his missus. He hasn't showed her yet, so he wants the RGBs to turn on beforehand. Now, I've ordered the part for him. Don't know how long it's going to take, but you know what? Come and get it out of my fucking face. I don't want it sitting here anymore. I've got 4 or 5 machines I need to build. It's lights. I'll come to your house and I'll sort it out for you whenever I can. Thank you all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. More videos coming out in the next couple of weeks.